What is up, 49ers fans? I'm here with not only a good guest, a good friend, and a great human, Wayne Breezy. How you doing, Wayne?
I'm doing good, man. What a week. What a week. But I'm doing good. I'm doing good. The family's good. Everybody's healthy. Everybody's safe. I know I put it on April Fools. Like someone went into my car and they just went through everything and they
I
took
thought that
stuff.
was real, man.
No, it was real. It was.
Oh, oh,
No, but I know people were like, he's probably saying like it's April Fools. Like, no, like I woke up that morning, bro. My wife got up. She gets up earlier than I do. And as we were leaving to go out to, go to work or whatever, take Rome to school, she was like, somebody went through our cars. And I'm like, dang, both of them? So went outside. It was raining, found out stuff was missing. The police had some of my stuff, so I was able to go there and retrieve it. So that
oh,
really
wow.
happened. That's why I put out, I know it's April Fool's, but this is not an April Fool's joke. Like this really just happened to me. But I tried to just smile on the situation and hopefully someone was blessed. You know what I'm saying? So
I talk to my students all the time and my
mhm.
players, like, you can't control what other people do.
You
And
can't,
if you try to, you're going to be
absolutely can't.
miserable. All you can do is focus on you and your response and making things better from that point on. So,
100%.
Wayne,
Yes.
real quick before we jump into 49ers talk, because we got a lot to talk about today and I'm excited
Okay.
about this. Dude, tell everybody. I'm sure everybody follows you. And if you don't already, what the heck's wrong with you people? Where can they follow you? Your channel, all those things. Take it away, man. Promote your
Appreciate
stuff
it.
because it's incredible.
Listen, guys, look, being new, I'm trying to build like brands on every platform. So if you are watching, please, while you're watching, subscribe to the Wayne Breezy channel on YouTube. All right. That's youtube.com/Wayne Breezy. That's where you're going to get the exclusive nitty gritty Niners talk show. All right. And that's what you're going to get. I'm also a writer and contributor for 49erswebzone.com now. And so I'm starting to do things for them as well. So it'll be on that channel as well. So make sure you guys subscribe there. And then on Instagram, it's the same thing. /Wayne Breezy. Twitter, Wayne Breezy. LinkedIn, if you want to talk to me about it, Wayne Breezy, whatever it is, it's just Wayne Breezy. So please do so. Shout out to my brother John, man. Thanks for schooling me on the whole Patreon thing. I'm starting to have fun up there because I feel like you can have more of those private, you know what I'm saying, conversations with the people. It's more legit, and people like that. So I appreciate that.
And if somebody wanted to support you on Patreon, is it under Wayne Breezy?
It's patreon.com
Oh,
/
look at that
Wayne
branding.
Breezy.
This guy gets it. This guy gets it. I've been saying for years, if anybody needs their own like TV show, like that's you, man. Just straight entertainer. I feel like that's what you bring, positive vibes all the time. Now let's dive in. We're going to talk so much Niners, okay?
Yes.
But Wayne, you like me are an
Mhm.
educator, pure
Yeah.
heart.
Yeah.
So, where are you from and what are you teaching? Because I think, my community, our community, I think we have a lot of overlap.
Cool. So I'm from Connecticut, right? I'm just a little small state. You know what I'm saying? Like right above New York. It's tiny, but it's historical. Because I tell people I'm from Connecticut, like, where the hell is that? Yale, okay? Like Yale, New Haven. That's exactly where I'm from. If you ever heard of the Ivy League college called Yale, that's where your boy is from. So, and then I teach in another city called Bridgeport. And so I actually teach now, music teacher by trade, but at the particular school that I'm working at currently, they're STEM school, right? So, science, technology, and all that type of stuff, engineering, math, whatever, right? And so I like to incorporate that in the STEM and make it STEAM. So I'm bringing the arts, right? And so I teach media technology. So I teach kids how to make podcasts and produce videos and things like that. And then I also teach engineering, audio engineering, which is for my people out there that like music production. So my kids are learning music production and I'm putting them through the craziest crash course college. It's all college style too. I hold no remorse when it comes to work. The workload is heavy and they better be on it and consistent.
Dude, I love it. I love it, man.
Tommy, that's my
Yeah,
dude.
Tommy's a good dude. That dude can jam out for sure.
For shizo.
So couple things also, get your hashtag CCs in. We got a giveaway. We do giveaways all the time here. So
Yeah.
that's coming out as well. But as we jump into this, because here we go. Frank Gore, man. It finally happened.
The
Frank the
inconvenient truth.
Tank. Oh,
What
and
a
I'll say this, Frank
Go
has
ahead.
had, I just posted a Frank Gore video tribute. If you haven't seen it, go check it out after this. But this guy is responsible for me, stepping up my game, Frank Gore, because he was at the first ever like party we threw at the Super Bowl, and everybody kept coming up to me. He's like, "This is one of the coolest thing ever," and I was like, "Man, dude, what if we can replicate this and create this for more people, better experiences?" So yeah, Frank Gore. Man, tell me your thoughts kind of on the retirement, where he belongs, all-time 49ers, just off the top of your head. Like, what are your thoughts that come through your mind whenever you think Frank Gore 49ers?
Best question ever. I'm going to get slayed for saying this, but he's definitely a top 5 49er for me. Okay, top 5. And I know that's tough, right?
It's an elite group.
That's an elite group, right? And so it's top 5, right? Because everybody knows 4 of them. So who am I leaving out, right? So, but listen, Frank Gore, man. I mean, you want to talk blood, sweat, and tears. You want to talk about taking a chance on a kid with 2 messed up knees and surgeries coming out of college, and then he just getting it right. You know what Frank Gore doesn't get credit for? Him and his team getting his body prepared year after year. It's like once he figured out the science of his body and his makeup and how to run and how to do this and how to nutrition and all that type of stuff, he found a way to stay healthy. And it's unfortunate. Like we couldn't get him a ring, man.
It was close.
So close. Yeah, like I still don't understand why we didn't give him the ball on the goal line, bro. Like,
yeah. It should have happened. And he deserved it, and it would have gone well, and all those things.
Yeah.
But you brought up what he did in the offseason. I don't remember the name of the podcast off the top of my head.
Okay.
I don't know. I think it's Adam Schefter podcast, perhaps. Where in the offseason he interviews some of the different like workout places. And anyway, South Florida, where Frank Gore went for like a decade. They were interviewing the guy that runs the gym and the training facility, and I think the question was along the lines like, who works out the hardest in the off season? And he said, "Oh, it's Frank Gore. Like we have our workout tiers, and like we have like, okay, you're looking for a spilled beat up, you're looking at, and then we have our Frank Gore plan, where Frank Gore would come in and he would be there for an hour and a half before the workout, doing alignment, stretching, chiropractic. Well, like." People don't understand the body work that goes into all of this. And that's why Frank was able to last so long, because he put in the work in the offseason.
And it's crazy because he didn't just last long as a 49er. Like he played years with other teams. Like he went to the Colts, the Bills, Dolphins. Like where didn't Frank play?
he was all over the place, And I just want to say, like, I love it that, he's a 49er. He's a 49er and he's a Miami Hurricane. Like those are the two teams. Now he was a mercenary and jumped on some other teams. I get it. And I think even, the ripple effect, I don't like Carlos Hyde because of Frank Gore. And that's not fair to Carlos Hyde.
I understand where you're going with this though. I know you're going.
But when they drafted him, I don't like Ohio State anyway, but it hurt. And so I'm still mad. It's like the side chick that broke up my marriage or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm totally mad at Carlos Hyde still. Anyway. I love it, man. You get so much love in the chat.
Oh, I appreciate everybody out there, man. Thank you so much, man. But no, seriously, like back to Frank Gore, and I love everybody out there, and I'm glad they're tuned in. Frank Gore, yo. I mean, dude, I still have his old Reebok. I said Reebok for a reason. With the maroon, I hated the maroon colors too. I just wasn't a fan of the maroon and gold. I just wasn't red. But I got it, and I still rock it. You know what I'm saying? It still fits.
Yes.
Frank, I never got a chance to meet Frank Gore, but I know one day I will. I just love the fact that his legacy is continuing on, and if you get a chance to watch his son Frank Gore Jr. work out, I think he might work out harder than his pops. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I've watched a video on his IG and you can see his son stronger. I don't know about faster, but maybe faster because his son is young. You know what I'm saying? So it's just cool to watch that legacy continue on. And so congratulations to Frank Gore. He gets the round of applause. He gets the salute. And they need to 21. What do we do with that number?
You got Dion, you got Frank Gore, you got all those.
We didn't retire it as Dion because Dion only gave us one season.
One year.
So that should be a poll question. Should the 49ers retire Frank Gore's number?
I think another thing that's interesting, real quick, throw it up in the chat. Yes or no? Should they retire Frank Gore's number 21? Because they just passed the rule last year to open up more numbers, right? Because a lot of the special franchises like the 49ers, the Rams and Cardinals, they don't know what the hell these problems are. That if you retire so many players in your Ring of Honor, like you start running out of numbers. And so they basically relax some of the number rules for D linemen and things like that. That's why we had last year at the start of training camp, our starting secondary were 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
That was new, right? And
that was cold though. That was cold, bro.
I wish it would have lasted more than 3 snaps. That's the only problem.
There we go. Yeah. You know how it is.
It hurts. It hurts.
It still does.
And so, I don't know. I think it should be retired. I would love for that to take place. And I think teams will make a bigger emphasis to do that now because they have a little bit more flexibility. Yeah. But, man, that 21 number is so cold.
It is cold. It is cold. And it needs to be retired.
It does. Tommy, I love this. Thanks for the gift, man. He says, do you think the Niners go after James Cook? This is Dalvin's little brother. He is a fun watch. Have you had a chance to watch him at all, Wayne?
You know I'm a Michigan fan, right? So I'm just gonna leave it at that. But I broke down. It's funny because that was like one of his best games. So I had to rewatch the actual all 22 on it, and he's good. He's good. And so I mean, the fact that the 49ers brought him in to interview him, that should say something. Now he did have some off the field things going on, but I don't think it's going to be much that's going to hinder his draft stock. The only thing is the 49ers are drafting at 61. And do you want to spend a pick on a running back at that point? I don't know, but I would love to have him on this team if he happens to, fall or whatever,
I get whenever I'm doing my mock drafts and I get there at 61, I'll look at the running backs, but I don't care which running backs there at 61. I'm not touching it.
There's some good ones though.
There's some great ones.
You got Breezy up there. You got I'll be like,
I'm not the biggest Breezy guy. I'm not the biggest Breezy guy.
A lot of people aren't the biggest Breezy guy.
Yeah, if you're in the Big 12 and you've watched him through all the years, he's good, but we've had good running backs come through the Big 12. I don't know.
Good point. I gotta get you on the show this week. So you could do your own mock draft on the Nitty Gritty channel. I would love to get you on there just to pick your brain, see how the simulator lines up for you and the stars align, and just to see where you go because you're a GM by trade.
I appreciate that. Oh, Juan Solis, 49ers royalty in the house. Thank you, man. He said, let's go Breezy. Chapman on the same tube. Love it. Vegas preview.
Yeah,
we haven't even talked about
Vegas,
this yet.
Bro. Listen, I've never been to Vegas. So I'm going to tell you this right now. Breezy is going to be off the chain. I'm just letting you know right now. I'm 41. I'm going to act like I'm 14. I can guarantee it. Okay? It's going to be off the chain. So if you haven't got your tickets, John, tell them right now where they can go to get limited tickets, meaning that there's probably 2 left.
We're out of meet and greet tickets.
Damn, Gina.
And so those are gone. Actually, hold on.
Sorry.
I'm going to be really honest with y'all right now. Somebody got a new job, which is awesome. And I'm so happy for them. That was a wonderful thing, but their new job wouldn't let them out. So we currently have 2 tickets that came back available. I refunded them. I care about people and life and all those things. So there's 2 meet and greet tickets left. If you want to meet, get a picture, get an autograph of Fred Warner, with Fred Warner and Elijah Mitchell, both of them. 2 tickets of those meet and greets are left. Now there are some meet and greet, there are some general admission where you get a party. You might get autographs with general admission. It's just not guaranteed. We only have so much time with the agents and all that stuff. So that's what it is. But man, I can't believe you've never been to Vegas. I myself have been to Vegas a few times, my friend.
Okay.
So we'll have a good time. It's gonna be good.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I can't wait. I'm excited.
Now, okay. So again, go to just 49ersrushroadtrip.com, get your tickets day 1 and day 2. Now, let me ask you this, Breezy, because I think this is huge. And I'm seeing a lot of talk in the chat. You talked about James Cook, which I like him. I like him more in the 3rd round than the 2nd round. Is there what would you say if you're the GM? Again, let's put this on. And there's a position that needs to be addressed in the first 3 picks because it always gets weird. But 3 picks in the first 3 picks, you're guaranteed one of these positions has to be addressed. What comes to the forefront of your mind?
See, people. All right, don't be mad at me.
Oh,
I want the safety. So I want a safe. I want the safety. So what that means is if I'm the GM, I'm trading some of these 9 picks up to move a little bit closer to that mid tier of that second round, so I can grab my man Jalen Petra out of Oregon.
Oh,
I mean, out of
yeah, he's
Baylor.
fun. Baylor.
Out
Yeah,
of Baylor.
the uniforms look exactly the
They
same.
do,
Baylor
and it
just
gets me confused like all the
totally
time.
copied that.
Stupid greens.
I like
But no,
Petrie.
I like Petrie. I think he can play. So the reason why first of all, I like Jaquan Brisker out of Penn State. I feel like he is something that we just haven't had on this team in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing I like about Petrie is the fact that he's versatile. And so it's something about Kyle Shanahan and versatility. Like, remember how Jimmy Ward was, what we thought he was when we first drafted him? He was a ball hawk and safety. Remember, we drafted him, and then he had to get switched to cornerback, and then he got switched to playing in the slot, and then he got switched to play. And so, like, and then his body couldn't keep up with him, right? He kept getting injured. Well, Petrie is the same almost style. He can play in the box. He can play deep. He can play corner. He can play in the slot. You can move him around. And so I think that would be a piece that I would trade up to go get. I think they need the safety. I know we need to address other issues, but we don't have a safety. We have offensive linemen. We have guys that started. We don't have a safety. I'm not putting Tarvarius Moore as much as I love him. I don't think he's ready coming off of that Achilles injury to be the starting safety.
Yeah, it's a lot, man. I like Hufanga more than most.
I love Hufanga,
but still, yeah, you're right. Like, I'm not comfortable with Hufanga and Moore rotating that second spot. And people want to say Odom, the new guy that we brought in from the Colts, he's awesome. When they interviewed him, he said in his interview, "Oh, they brought me in as a special teamer and to provide safety depth. Like we're paying you money, you're not starting. Like, injuries for sure." And that's what he was in Indianapolis as well. I think Hufanga's instincts are incredible. He reminds me of Zach Thomas.
Facts.
You remember Zach Thomas?
Absolutely.
The problem is
speed.
Instinctual. Speed is more of an issue at safety than linebacker.
Right.
And so I don't know. I believe in Hufanga, the person, the player, the instincts, the explosives that he puts out there, the lack of missed tackles. But at some point, man, John Chapman didn't play in the NFL for a reason.
Speed.
It's speed, man. That's it.
It's hard. It's hard to teach it, right? Like, it's something you have, and then you continue to work on it to keep it up, right? I don't think Hufanga will ever have speed. What I do love about him, though, is his instincts.
Yeah.
Okay. And so I don't remember Troy Polamalu. I don't always like to compare him to Troy, but I feel like he can be a weird.
Yeah.
All around, move me. I got instincts, yo. I'm about to start. They're gonna do this. I would love to see him just play instinctual football and then supply him with whatever else we need out there. But on special teams, he's a freaking diamond. Okay.
Right. And so, I'll add this too. Like, Hufanga is the best special teams player, and he could be that third safety in the dime package. That's his ideal role. So you bring him in and you let him play close to the line of scrimmage, you're gonna love it. You know,
that's funny. It's funny that you said that, because you guess what? You want to know how I feel about Tarvarius Moore? The same exact way.
But he should be back. He should be back.
Right. But my thing is, excellent special team gunner, right? Then you put him in dime, he plays it perfectly. He has interceptions. But when you put him as the deep safety, or if you put him in, like, I don't think it all clicks. Yeah. It's not coming to him, like the game plan. Like, he's not understanding the concept of plays. Hey, I had an interview with Adrian Colbert, yo, and he was on the show. Colbert. The thing I loved about him was his honesty, yo. Like, he came out and straight up said, yo, like, football is not all instincts. Like, you got to learn the X's and O's. And he said he struggled with it. And I was like, oh, snap. And so, like, just being in the right spots, knowing where to be, that's when you can rely on your instincts. But you got to know when when people go in motion and this is that and the third, and which part of the field to play and cover. Like, he really broke it down in a different light for people to listen to. And I thought that was spot on. And kudos to Adrian, the Punisher Colbert.
Man, I remember watching him in high school. He committed as to the University of Texas. I'm a Longhorn, so like I knew all about him coming out of high school. I watched all of his film and all those things, and he struggled. You know, he was a raw athlete, which is why he got drafted. But he transferred to Miami because, just like you said, he showed up being the best athlete, and I think that's a problem for a lot of people. But again, you look at kind of this team, the 49ers team, and I wasn't planning on talking about this, but I think Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch have developed one of the cleanest meritocracies, for lack of a better word,
Great
on
word.
building their roster. Emmanuel Sanders, undrafted free agent. Aziz, undrafted free agent. You look at Charvarius Ward. He was an undrafted free agent, right? Like you have all these guys, Daniel Brunskill. You can go on and on and on. If you can play, you belong. And so your pedigree, your traits, and all those things, they might get you drafted. They don't get you paid long term. You got to be hungry and you got to fight for it. You know what I mean? And so I think, guys like Hufanga, who even though he's drafted in the 5th round, again, he's back in traits wise. Guys that want it, guys that want to fight, and like it's people I want to go to war with. You know what I mean? Like I like it's easy to feel some pride as a 49ers fan with the type of roster they keep building.
Wow, that was spot on, man. You could write a nice little piece on that. That was perfect.
I appreciate that, man. Oh, look at this. I love this from Hugh. First time I've seen Wayne, he's much more pretty than you thought, right? He's looking
so great, but it's all good, man.
Never another 21. I love it. And I saw
right.
this. Tobias throwing shots out here. John, do you think they want to retire number 27 too? They can't retire it because he's going to be on the team forever and he's never going to go away. So that jersey, he's going to be the longest tenured 49ers in history. Bank on it, man. Bank on it. Golly. Anyway.
I like some of these picks that they talking about.
Yeah, let's see. Tell me which ones you're wanting to
Jeffrey says
here.
Daxton Hill at 61. Listen, man. If Jackson Hill's sitting at 61, then that's the guy.
You think so? Man, you're further down than me. Oh, look at this. They're throwing. Look at this. Michigan and Texas thumbs down. No way, baby. Hey, one of the best games of all time, the Rose Bowl. Vince Young, Braylon Edwards.
Bro.
Oh,
what a freaking bust, man. God, dog, he was so good. He was legit that guy. And he went to Cleveland, man.
Yeah.
I swear, when you go to Cleveland, your career dies. It doesn't matter what time. It doesn't matter the decade. It just automatically happens.
It's bad. Yeah. Anyway, now, okay, let's go back to the 49ers because here's one of the things that I think is one of the biggest weaknesses, perhaps, or maybe it's just a perceived weakness. The interior offensive line, or you could talk about the whole offensive line, because I think we really just have one spot solidified, and that's left tackle Trent Williams. Alex Mack seems like he's coming back at center. He's solid, but that's a 1-year rental. Thoughts on the offensive line?
My theory on the offensive line is different than others. See, I don't look at it as a big weakness. And if you look at it, they've drafted offensive linemen. So you got Aaron Banks. Now I know we going off of what Kyle Shanahan said this past week at the meetings, right? And he says Aaron's looking good. Like he's going to be out there. He's going to be out there to compete and be ready to start at that left guard spot, which is where he was drafted, right? And a lot of us wanted him to play in the right guard spot. They re-signed Daniel Brunskill, so they're going to get him back. And even if he isn't the starting right guard, which he currently is right now until he's not, I still like him out there. Like, you got to think about the one thing that the 49ers are going to have, and that's continuity, especially with the changing of the guard. And so, or chemistry, whichever word you want to use, it all means the same thing, right? And so when you think about it, I look at it like this. Trey Lance is really going to have his starting offensive line out there because he was second string. And so you bring in Aaron Banks, you bring in Jalen Moore, Colton McKivitz. Those are the Trey Lance guys. Those are the guys that worked with him all in them practice sessions and all that type of stuff. The only thing you're adding to him now is the best damn left tackle in football, and Alex Mack, which he worked with as well. And so I don't think the offensive line is in dire need of help, but you definitely want to look to bolster up the offensive line because there are some studs in this draft. And I swear to you, John, if the 49ers don't get a center in this draft, bro, I'm going to lose my cool because we missed out on two centers that I felt like should have been 49ers. Cesar Ruiz out of Michigan and Creed Humphrey.
Dude, you're speaking my language. Those were two guys that
They
I had
should have been
ranked
Niners,
very,
bro.
very high.
And I
Man,
understand, but they should
I,
have been
I,
Niners.
they should have been. They should have been. I like this question from Brunel Jacobs. He says, would you guys draft Logan Hall with the 61st pick? Now, Logan Hall, if you don't know, for those listening, is a defensive tackle out of Houston. He's a fun watch. Ran like a 4.8 as a defensive tackle, around 300 pounds. He's a penetrating kind of gap shooter. He's a lot of fun. Very fun watch. I did a full breakdown on him on Patreon if y'all want to go check that out. I was on with Larry Kruger, and Larry picked Logan Hall
Nice.
at the 61 pick. I didn't like it. Now, if you're best player available, then I think cool. If you have him ranked that high, that's cool. He fits with what we do. But I don't know. Wayne, are you okay taking a DT?
If I am okay with taking a DT, I don't think he's the guy though.
Okay.
Go get me my man Travis Jones out of UConn.
Ooh.
Like that. Like and then can you imagine him and Kinlaw and then Armstead on the inside and the out? Like I just want, like, Travis Jones reminds you of DJ Jones. No lie. Like he can sack the quarterback. He has the speed to get around. But here's the thing. I watched him in the Senior Bowl, and you remember if you watch Dylan Parham like get reps at the center position, guess who was handling Travis Jones? Dylan Parham out of Memphis. So that's an offensive guard center that you might want to look into if we're looking to replace Alex Mack. You bring this guy in, you redshirt him 1 year, okay?
Yeah.
If he's able to beat out Daniel Brunskill and Trent, then you got your starting guard, right? Then you slide him right over in the center. Cole Strange is another guy that I like. You guys know I love Cam Jurgens, right? Like I love the big boy from Nebraska. All right. And so there are some really good picks out there that the 49ers can definitely own in and possibly get some guys to slide into the third or fourth round.
Oh, I'd love it, man. I'd love it. All right, we're getting some apparel questions. John, let's see that shirt all the way. There we go.
Nintendo, baby.
Up. That's right. The Kawakami code. It became famous for Contra.
Yes,
but,
sir.
He had this code, the up, down, left, right,
left, right,
whatever.
BABA select start. Yes,
that
sir.
was there. And so, yeah, that's what that is about. Let's see here. We got a question about the hat, which I'm digging, by the way.
Yes.
Where did you get that blue 49ers hat?
Okay, so if you guys subscribe to my channel, inside of the descriptions on any of the videos is the link to the lids that we're sponsored by. So if you click on that link and then type in the hats and just search hats. So me for hat, I'm a hat guy. I'm a fitted hat guy, right? And I love different hats. So you'll see me wear all kind of colors, just like colors, right? And I'm wearing blue today to help raise awareness for autism. All right. And so if you guys know about that, today's April 2nd, and we're raising awareness for autism. So light it up blue. So I got the blue, you know what I'm saying? And it's all good. Miss Debbie.
Oh, I love Debbie. She is awesome. This is great. Thank you so much for the gift and your generosity. That is incredible. I love seeing the two of you together. Please stream meet and greet for those unable to make it. We will be streaming live the entire day 1 and entire day 2 of the NFL draft. We have done it on this channel for 4 years straight. So that's going to be live. So if you can't make it to Vegas, I understand. Not everybody can with jobs and families. I get it. Our whole entire philosophy with this is let's create the greatest fan experience possible, throw finances out the window, which may have been stupid on my part, but that's okay. And let's create that. And we're going to be streaming. So yes, even if you're not there, we're going to do our best to bring the players to you. And this isn't going to be the last time we do this either. We're going to be traveling to every single road game this year. Wayne came out and freaking helped host those things, which was awesome. I'm going to beg him nonstop to travel with me all year, baby.
Oh, you got it, bro. I see them correcting me on the date. It is April 3rd. You know what? I totally miss April 2nd. So I'm going to raise awareness anyway. It's all month. It's autism month, though. So
there
let's
we
call
go.
it like it is.
My first year teaching, I didn't have my credentials. I was not an education major. Okay. And so my first year teaching, I was in, every state calls it something different, but I was a long-term sub for the extreme special ed students where it was 1-to-1 ratio. And it was one of the best years of my entire life. So much so that I changed my focus in my credentials. to special ed. That's what I was just going to do for the rest
Oh,
of my career.
nice.
But they wouldn't allow me to coach football and be a special ed at the school I was at, which was frustrating because I had to be there for every period and I couldn't be there football, and it was frustrating. But anyway, thank you for bringing that. Yeah, I see the correction of the date.
Yeah, my bad, guys. It's all good. But hey, spread awareness anyway. It's all about them.
I love it. I love it.
All
right,
I
here
have
we
a student
go.
right now, just to touch on it. He's like my heart. Like, he annoys me because he knows, but he is he's just so gifted. And so I figured out how to just like own in on his gifts. I set a keyword up for him. So he comes in, he gets about 5 to 10 minutes just to kind of dibble down. And every day I hear him getting better. So I'm like, oh, this is so cool. And then I got to tell him to get off it about 45 times. But then like I said, it's just everything about him I love, So I definitely, it touches my heart to talk about.
That's awesome, man. I freaking love it. All right, here we go. I put this poll up and I want to ask you this. I'm curious to get your thoughts as a 49ers expert. I put this up on Twitter and I asked, which player out of these four do you think takes the biggest step forward next year? Here we go. So here's the 4 players because I think they're all kind of on this. Let's see. Here, I'm just going to tell you the names. Aaron Banks, Hufanga, Javon Kinlaw, or Charles Omenihu. So again, out of these 4, who takes the biggest step up?
Kinlaw is about to monster size the whole NFL, yo. He's about to let y'all know what beast mode is. You thought Marshawn Lynch was beast mode? Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. You know how I know? His confidence. Just listen to him talk. It's all in his confidence.
It's like anger fueled.
It's a weird confidence. It's not weird. It's just like, y'all keep putting my name in your mouth. Better keep my name out your mouth now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, that's all. I don't think that he's married yet. Maybe he is, but bring a little extra smack to
don't get married until he has this one crazy season and then get the taming.
There we go.
You know how it works.
I do. I've been tamed for a long time. 16 years, in fact. Good God.
Wow.
Long time.
Congratulations.
Like a prison sentence. Anyway, no, it's the best. I always say that, and then she gets mad at me. Love you, wife. All right, here we go. From NorCal Bill, he says, John and Breezy, who are your draft crushes? NorCal. I've got 2 guys that I really hope the 49ers get one of them, and they're both slot corners.
Oh, so we could say the same one at the same time?
All right. Well, okay, my first one. All right.
Marcus Jones?
Marcus Jones, my second.
It's gotta be Marcus Jones.
I love me some Marcus Jones.
It's gotta be Mark. I don't know what people don't like about him. We post the videos. We post John. He does everything. He's like Deion Sanders, but not Deion Sanders, but he does everything.
Just squashed.
Right, just squashed. Right. But I mean, the only thing that's hindering him is his height and possibly those shoulder injuries. Right. Who cares? He's young. Well, he's actually not young. And his age, too. That's another thing that might slow his draft stock. But the 49ers, according to people out there, they've talked to him at least twice.
It's a perfect fit.
He has to be the. Does he not give you K'Wan Williams vibes, though?
Yeah, he's so good in the run game. He doesn't give up yards after the catch, which is one of my favorite things. Like,
all right, who's your second? I need to hear who your second one is.
Kyler Gordon. Now, he's probably going to be gone by the time the 49ers pick. But I have a first-round grade on Kyler Gordon. He's my last. I have 14 first-round grades.
Okay.
He's my last one. And I think he could fall because I don't think a lot of NFL teams value the slot corner. But that's 70% of defensive plays. And he can play outside if you wanted to.
Wow. That's dope. Guy. If I had to pick a second draft crush, I know people are not going to know about this kid out of North Carolina. And I know we probably shouldn't draft a running back, but I need you guys for 1 second to go watch. Go watch. You don't even got to watch the film. Go watch the highlight reels of Ty Chandler. He's like Jarrett McKinnon 3.0. Yeah. Like he's that good, especially out of the backfield catching passes. And he has 4.38 speed. So it's 4.3 guy.
I love it.
I would love for the 49ers. I mean, I'm hoping Bobby Turner resting up those knees is like, yo, Kyle, get me this kid.
I'm curious because whenever they asked John Lynch about Bobby Turner if he was going to be involved at all, he said no, he's going to step back and just rest. That's kind of what we want.
I need him to text
Bobby
him.
Turner, if you don't know, if you haven't heard the stories of this guy, I don't think that's possible.
I don't think so
I just
either,
don't
bro.
see it. I don't see it. All right. Time to give away something. Let's go countdown crew. I'm gonna give a question here. And the first person that can answer it is going to get a free shirt. So here we go.
Okay. Awesome.
It's got to be Frank Gore related.
Okay.
So let's do this. Yeah, here we go. How many career touchdowns rushing does Frank Gore have? First one that gets it in the chat, free 49ers Rush road trip or free 49ers Rush themed t-shirt, whichever one you want. And if you guys ever want these shirts, I'm not a marketing guy. I need to get better at that. The link's in the description of this video if you want to check them out. We don't sell a lot of them. And the next shirt idea I want to make a shirt that says, I got redshirted by Kyle. Because he redshirts all of his rookies. And I think like I'm the only one that would like that shirt, but I want to wear that shirt in public for some reason. I don't know. I've got problems. All right, we got some answers coming in. Again, it's the first one that comes across my screen. I know it's different on some of y'all's screen because we're live on so many different platforms. But I'm seeing the correct answer. The correct answer is in, ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
The first one that came across, I got to double check because I've messed up on this, and then I got to buy more shirts for people. RIP my wallet. Here we go. There it is. Congrats to Miguel Guerrero. I'm sure I pronounced your name incorrectly. 81 career rushing touchdowns. Now, probably the craziest Frank Gore stat. Oh, look at this guy's got the sound bar going.
We got you, bro. Tag team, baby.
Wayne's a whole new level, man. A whole new level. Frank Gore ended his season with exactly 16,000 rushing yards on the dot. How the hell do you do that?
Dot.
That's just banana. You know what it reminds me of? Emmitt Smith breaks the all-time rushing record when he went to Arizona.
I remember
and
that.
Then he got tackled for loss for 3 yards the next play and lost the record and then broke it again.
Yep.
But how do you is he running, gets tackled? Like, oh man, he's got 16,000. All right, I'm done.
That's it. That's what he did. That's exactly what he did. It's like, I got 16,000. All right, cool. I'm good. I can go retire.
So congrats, Miguel.
Miguel.
Email me and I'll get you all the information. 49ers Rush Podcast at gmail.com. I love it. So let's do this before we jump out of here. This has been fun, Wayne. I don't know why we don't do this more often because
I don't know either. I feel like we should try to do something once a week, man. Like this is crazy.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. All right. I love it, man. So before we jump out of here, and again, if you want to party with us in Vegas, 49ersRushRoadTrip.com. Come meet the man, the legend, Wayne himself. Here's what I'm going to say.
Dude, Wayne, there's some heavy hitters on this ticket, man. You got the cream of the crop content creators that's going to be here. 49ers covered, the media, everybody. Then you got the football players that are going to be there. You are the cream of the crop. You're the a la crop. You're the guy that we all like. You start the thing and then you got everybody, and we just like, it's like, so I respect everything that you do. You're the king of the hill, baby. Keep doing what you're doing. Hey, and before he continues the show, make sure y'all smash that like button one time, or Will Smith that jump. Y'all know how we do.
I love it. One more time before we get out of here. Wait, walk them through where to find your stuff. Guys, y'all got to subscribe. Y'all have to. Please
subscribe to the Wayne Breezy channel. It's youtube.com/Wayne Breezy. And then you can just take any social media / Wayne Breezy if you want to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, you know what I'm saying? All that good stuff, man. Shout out to you, John. Thank you so much for, helping me out and put me under your wing and all that good stuff. I appreciate this.
Dude, this is about relationships and people growing, man. This is growing together. I love it, man. We use cheat codes. We use cheat codes. Look at that.
No one, and I tell you right now, if somebody can beat Contra without the cheat code, I'd give him $99.
Dude, I love it. I couldn't do it.
Because you get 99 lives, so I'll give him. I couldn't do it. I use cheat code.
I couldn't either. I love it, man. All right, guys, that's going to do it for us today. Make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, go check out Wayne on his channel. Until next time, stay strong, faithful.